and we're now going to trust that same system? Nah, that doesn't make any sense. Come on. New Yorkers are not that dumb. I keep telling people, New Yorkers have 5 fingers. They love the middle one the most.
Alcohol, right.
Now, so far this season on the offensive side, we've seen a lot of versatility, especially when it comes to the bench unit. Now, right here, even with Brunson out, you're seeing a lot of it shine. Josh Hart has options on a double screen right here. He's going to go right in the middle of it. And then Deuce is going to screen from Mikal, and they're going to see what options open up. Right into a dribble handoff. The only part is right here, Towns. Towns gets on that dumb shit sometimes. It was a nice play, but it's an offensive foul. Speaking of Karl Anthony Towns being on that dumb shit, ironically, Udonis Haslem and former Miami Heat Mike Miller spoke about the initial T-Wolves trade, and Udonis Haslem had a very interesting perspective about the T-Wolves not necessarily trusting that team to actually get over the hump even after making the Western Conference Finals. And from his point of view, it really had to do with Karl Anthony Towns. Once again, you guys are here for the real convo. None of that glazing bullshit. So we're going to give you the real. So go ahead and check this out. And every once in a while, I'll check in.
Okay. But I do think if you're looking at it, I would say that Minnesota got the better of that move.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Which, by the way, if you're right,
ain't no if.
If you're right, which you probably are, because I'm gonna give you credit.
I am right.
Okay, you're right.
I watch a lot of basketball.
But with that being said, that's an unbelievable job by Tim Connelly then, because the reason he did it was financial. A lot of it probably, I would assume.
A great job.
Yeah,
because
he
most
couldn't trade
of the teams
Rudy.
that go to the Western Conference Finals don't make moves to get better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just like the Florida Panthers.
Yeah,
by the way, the championship Florida Panthers
but he
went to the Stanley Cup 2 years ago, lost, and made moves to get better, and came back and won the next year. Most of the time when you get there, all you say is let's run it back.
I was just saying that like he was in a, to me, it was a unique spot, because if you say he won the trade, and he easily could have, I mean, it's always gonna be fun to see.
Who knows what that draft pick they got?
I don't. But I guess what I'm saying is, like, he had to do it financially, because Cat had all those, like, on the books, they're gonna get killed financially, so he had to make those kind of moves too now.
Now, also with Karl Anthony Towns, he also did have a favorable contract. He's a stretch 5. He's probably one of the best in the league, so he does have value. Teams will always trade for a guy like that. And also the cap, it keeps going up every single season. So the amount of money he's making eventually becomes less and less and less versus the same kind of brand new talent on his level coming into the league. So it says a lot about the T-Wolves. And Shaquille O'Neal, after Game 5, when the Knicks had won versus the Pacers, he very subtly mentioned to Karl Anthony Towns, hey, you do a lot of dumb shit. And Towns kind of gave off the vibe like that only happens sometimes. And then Shaq kind of said on the side, all the time. So even Shaq kind of peeped it, because he's judging Karl Anthony Towns on how is he right now versus the championship level. And he doesn't quite see it. He kind of let it be known last year on TNT during that broadcast.
You know what I mean? So it's interesting how he did that.
Listen, Killer, that sound good, but if the Cat was guaranteed to take them to the championship, you pay that tab, you get your ring.
100%.
So clearly, the financial moves was based off.
I'm saying
we ain't winning with this.
I'm saying you're playing chess now.
We ain't winning with this.
You're playing chess now.
That's what he said. We ain't winning with this.
Yeah, you said it
now,
too.
You got. I don't know about the rest of the team, but you got at least 3 on that squad that gonna let their nuts hang.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards ain't no motherfucking dog. I mean, ain't no punk. He a dog. Yeah. DiVincenzo is a dog, and Randall is a dog. That matters in the playoffs.
Coach, I like
that matters in the finals.
I think I actually hear, and I'm listening to what he says, and a lot of it is true.
Okay, yeah.
I think Cat going there plays better off of Brunson. Brunson's a ball dominant guy. Julius Randle's a ball dominant guy. Cat's more of a catch and shoot 3, unfortunately. They're trying to put him in that post a little bit.
Which makes beautiful sense, but eventually Leon Rose, he is going to have to reevaluate that, depending on how this season turns out. But Leon Rose is definitely going to have to reevaluate that whole relationship, because as I pointed before, the NBA right now is going through a transition. That small ball era, make no mistake about it, it is ending.
Well, I think the Knicks got better. I'm with him. I don't think it pushed them, but I think, Brunson and Julius Randle, when they played their best basketball, Julius Randle was actually hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, Julius Randle's a great talent. Brunson's obviously a great talent. Both ball dominant guys. Like, I think Brunson and Cat can play off each other a lot better than Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson can.
Man,
But
he talking.
it's the truth.
He talking that X's and O's. When you get in a 7-game series in the playoffs, X and O.
See, hold up. Big, can I start off by saying I actually listened to what he said? I think he's right.
Damn, Steve Kerr. If you do this and move that around and this all that.
So hold on. Okay, let me hit you one back. You don't think that Cat and Brunson are better paired up than Julius Randle and Brunson?
I do.
Okay,
I think
well
they're
then
better paired up.
Yeah,
But
we can
that's
both
just-
be right.
Yeah,
we
okay,
can
but
both
at
be
the
right.
end of the day, all the better pair. I don't give a about the better pair. That shit gonna win. That shit get it done.
I agree with you though. I don't think it either moves it over. I just
And
think
once
that
again,
this is what we do all
Taking
the time.
away,
trust me, I
taking
know.
away from the trade, missing Hartenstein is gonna hurt them.
Bro, right when you said
was
it,
a
promise
great- he was a great
they
piece.
removed all
He was
the
a good
Elmer's
piece.
glue from the scenarios. Hartenstein,
Yes.
DiVincenzo,
Yes.
like they just the glues.
Those are the
I'm
guys,
with you.
bro. Let me tell you something.
And
Those are the
believe me, if
guys
anyone
that might not
if
get the
anyone-
praise.
Hey, if anyone values those type of guys,
Exactly. exactly.
And a lot of the Knicks fans noticed that last season when Karl Anthony Towns had first showed up, the team didn't have that extra oomph in them. There was no pep to the step. The swagger was a bit down compared to the season before, and we had 10 times more injuries.
Exactly. Those are the guys that might not get the praise, but those are the guys that you can't win without.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Those guys, you need those guys in your locker room. And I know a lot of the times you might get frustrated with Julius Randle on offense and shit like that, but I bet that got heart.
no, he a dog. I'm just
heart.
telling you, like again, I'm in the same. I actually listened to it. I think you're right on a lot of shit. I'm just saying to me, when they were playing their best basketball, it was with space with Jalen Brunson. It doesn't mean that they're not like I hate that when they say, "Oh, he sucks." No, they're just not a good. Like to me, they're both ball dominant people. Like
Yes.
Julius Randle is going to dribble it
Yes,
downhill and
I
play.
agree.
You know what I mean? Like that's how he plays.
I agree.
So it is what it is. Just a little something for you fellas to think on, because Udonis Haslem did bring up a good point. With that favorable contract Karl Anthony Towns had, why not run it back one more time? Unless you didn't think it could get you over the hump.